Hey folks, I just recently hit my 1 year anniversary for flying, and I have some tips for people that feel like they might be stagnated and want to improve their flying in general. If you've been flying longer than me, super great. I really hope that you still look through this video and maybe there's something that I'm doing that you're not and you can pull out. If not, please feel free to share this with some new folks, and maybe it'll help them grow. So the first thing is flying smoothly. I'm gonna do a flight with you, so let's go over that now. Okay, let's put this into practice. So as I go out here, I just want to keep my sticks even as I'm going through rotations. So you can see as I flick into something like this, I can pretty much take my right hand completely off. Look, Mom, one hand. So that should give you an example of just how to start smoothing out your rotations and your turns. Another thing to help your rotations and turns is looking through your turn, looking where you want to go. So as I'm doing this, so say for example I want to dive down here, I'm going to look down through that gap that I want to hit right here. So I was looking at that spot basically as soon as I could get it into sight. And I was looking forward, pointing my quad to that so that I knew where that would be. Hopefully that makes sense. This is really helpful, particularly with power loops. So something like, I want to be looking right on through that so I don't end up hitting that tree. All right, let's bring this in. Okay, so the next thing is that I want you to start practicing intentionally. Just go out there and work on flying and doing specific things. So, say you're doing 180 rolls or whatever you're doing. Say you really want to work on power loops. Great, work on power loops. Do something for, say, 2 packs at least, so that you can just get better at those specific skills, so you can build those and start moving those and flowing those together. A lot of the more complicated tricks, like a Rubik's Cube, are just getting those fundamentals down. So if I want to do a Rubik's Cube, I just break it down into, okay, how do I do a clean 180 on my pitch axis, a 360 on my roll axis, and another 180 on my pitch axis. That's all Rubik's Cube is. But when you look at it and you see somebody do them really, really smoothly and quickly, it's amazing. So to be able to do that and just throw that into a flow, you have to have these basics. You have to have these like little skills, and I encourage you, whenever you go out, again, spend a couple batteries just working on those. Speaking of practicing things intentionally, think about practicing getting disoriented. This is literally, I feel like it's the fundamental skill to flying. It's one of the first things that I tell people to start working on is go up, get some height, start flipping around, and learn to recover from that. Learn to do instinctively what you need to in an emergency situation. So if you're flying through something's weird, you hit a branch, you need to have that skill to just jump in there, recover, and get the heck out of there. So that's the third tip, I'd say. So we've learned how to start smoothing out our flying. We've learned how to specifically work on practicing things. Now, this is kind of a weird one, but I want you to record yourself. I didn't really think that I should be recording it because who the heck wants to see it? But it's not for anybody else. Record yourself for you. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to be watching it the most. I encourage you to record your flights and watch yourself. See what you do all the time. So for example, when I started out, for some reason I was doing tons of power loops and then these quick flip rolls for some reason, or these snap rolls. I have no idea why I was doing it, but I just was doing it. I didn't know that I was doing it so much until I started watching it. I was just like, why is this uncomfortable to watch? So yeah, put a DVR on it, even just DVR on your goggles if you have it, something. Just record what you're doing and watch it. Watch what you're doing so you can see what you're doing wrong, and you can help work on things as you progress. So I guess, what is that, step 4? Record yourself. Tip number 5, fly different things. Fly little tiny drones, fly little toothpicks, fly ducted things, fly big 7 inches if you can. Fly different quads so you're not just stuck doing the same thing. I think, honestly, the whole little tiny drone thing was a lifesaver, because not only was I able to fly at work, which I wasn't able to do with my 5/6 inch here, I was able to get the confidence that I needed to be in proximity with things, because I knew that I would just probably bounce off. And I kind of got over that fear of going by things, which I didn't even know that I had. But I noticed once I went back to my 5-inch that I got a lot better at proximity. So, fly different things. Okay, so I have 2 little tips/requests that I want to add. These are little bonuses. First off, this is going to be kind of smushy, but take care of yourself, please. We want you to stay in this community. We don't want you to just come in and get really into it, spend a bunch of money, and then burn out. That's no fun. We want to see you here in a couple years. We want to see you here in 5 years. The best way to be a good pilot is to take care of yourself and fly consistently. Fly, as a way that is good for your life. If you're spending all of your time and money on this thing and you're neglecting other things in your life, it's maybe not a sustainable option. So, do that, please. The other thing is more of a request. If you know somebody who would like to watch these videos, who would benefit from them, or if you just simply think that I'm maybe good for the community, please subscribe to my channel. Apparently people are watching this and they're watching how many subscribers I have. Personally, doesn't really do me any good. I'm not benefiting from this, but some people have contacted me and said, hey, we would love to see if you can get some more subscribers, because we would love to send you gear. And I would love to get gear. Just like you, I have to pay for this stuff. And it would be really nice to not have to pay as much for things. So if you think I'm doing a good job and you want to see more content from me, please subscribe and have your friends subscribe. Thank you.